brings us to your weekly capsule of health information called Your Healthy Dose. February is National Heart Month, and of course, Valentine's Day was a little earlier this week, so we continue to focus on the topic of heart care. And joining us here in the studio is Dr. Richard Valek, a cardiologist with Hannibal Regional Medical Group. Doctor, thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. So we talk about the Simple Seven, and we've done that I don't know how many times on this show, and for those that are just tuning in, what are those Simple Seven things?
Well, you can break it down into healthy lifestyle. Just remember diet and exercise. It's actually weight control, getting active, controlling the blood sugar, the blood cholesterol, the blood pressure, and then stopping smoking if you do.
Okay, very simple. Okay. But it does take a little sacrifice if you can't do all that.
Well, it takes a lot of effort, and you can't do all of them at once. So what I can encourage people to do is take an inventory every year. Mm-hmm. Write things down. Keep a little booklet or a journal or a log, and make your goals for the year, and then try to get closer and closer to a healthy lifestyle. It takes a little practice. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of effort too.
It's a lifetime effort.
It really is. It's kind of like a lifetime self-improvement project.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, you mentioned too keeping a log. It's something with the technology we have nowadays, especially people sitting at work at a computer or at home. If they can even put something in their computer or build some type of a log and set some goals and just kind of keep an annual record of what you're doing, it's easy to update that on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. You've got to stay vigilant, and if you're a techie, that's one of the things that can really motivate people is kind of watching as the pounds come off, as the miles accumulate that you walk or run, as the calories come off, as your blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol numbers get better. It's kind of exciting. You can kind of gauge your progress and kind of work it in there, and after you've done it for a while, it just becomes part of who you are.
Mm-hmm. Right. I've been doing it for about, I'd say 15, 16 years, and it's always good to look back and know that even today I'm weighing the same or less as I did years ago, or I'm doing better with my exercise program, whatever it is. It's really a good way to monitor that you're staying on track.
Yeah, it really does, and it translates into years of healthy life later in your life. So these things are all very important, and these are the same major cardiac risk factors that we've known about for 40 to 50 years since the old Framingham study was published in the New England Journal of Medicine. But it's still those basic things, the major risk factors for coronary artery disease: diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking. Those are the four biggies, and we still need to have constant vigilance to stay healthy.
Do you find as a cardiologist that people are hearing this message, but they don't necessarily get it or live it until they're at the point of, I've had an incident, I've had a heart attack, and now I've got to make changes. Okay, I'll finally react to what I know I should be doing.
Yeah, unfortunately it does take a crisis for some people to act, and if you can start doing it beforehand, it's great. But if you've had a heart attack or had to have a heart stent placed or bypass surgery, that's even more motivation to get going on controlling all these risk factors.
Mm-hmm. When you talk about the crisis, isn't the good thing now that you can have an opportunity beyond that crisis? It used to be that if you had the heart attack, if you had the incident, it was possibly over at that point, and now at least people can have treatments and be able to continue on with their life.
Yeah, the treatments are better. We're picking up disease quicker so that people are living with less damage from the initial event. And so there are all kinds of second and third and fourth chances. So that's why I encourage all my patients to make a yearly inventory and start writing those goals down and start taking action toward a healthier lifestyle just about every year as the new year comes around.
Previously you talk about 45, 50 years ago, heart attacks were always associated with man, but now we're finding ladies are having the same problems because they're in the workforce. They're there with the stress levels right there with the guy.
Yeah, it's a little known fact sometimes that women, cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of both men and women. And women tend to live a few years longer just because of their genetic and hormonal makeup, but you know, it's and some of their symptoms are a little bit different as well, and some of their treatments are a little bit different as well.
Right.
But we have to take care of the women just as well as the men. Yeah.
Doctor, what do you find, what are some of the main symptoms that women experience that are different than men?
Their pain is a little bit, their chest pain with blocked arteries is a little bit different than men's. Men generally have the chest pressure going down the arm. Women may have a pain just in the jaw or in the back or in a shoulder, or may have an upper abdominal discomfort, like almost like a gallbladder attack or something. So it's a little harder to tell.
I would say that's hard to diagnose.
But their symptoms generally are similar in that they're exertional, and that they're relieved with rest, and they're progressive, and they're relieved with nitroglycerin, so there are quite a few similarities as well.
You talk about healthy lifestyle, and so often we focus on the physical fitness and exercise. We focus on the diet. What about the spiritual aspect of being healthy and recovering healthy?
Well, I think that may be the key to the whole thing. That's kind of the cement that gels it all together. You can talk about the 7 elements, but you've got to focus on these things and keep them in your subconscious all the time, so that you're constantly working toward a healthy lifestyle, so that when you go out to eat, you don't eat everything on the plate, or you order a half an order instead of the whole thing, or perhaps eat 2 meals a day instead of 3 meals a day, or you don't eat every time you feel hungry. You maybe will go out and take a walk instead. Those are some of the things, the spiritual aspect and the focus, the mental energy that it takes. And it is difficult for a lot of people to change habits, but once you've done it for a couple of weeks, it starts to get easier.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. So a lot of resources. I know if you've got internet access, you go to the American Heart Association, there's a lot of information there, or we can even go to hrhonline.org.
hrhonline.org, that's right.
And there's a lot of screening, special programs that are held throughout the year, so people just need to check it out.
Yes, there's even a video of me trying to do rap. So if you need a good laugh, go to hrhonline.org. You can find that there.
Yeah, I heard about that video. That does have a serious message, but it is also playful at the same time.
Exactly, and it helps you remember those 7 things.
Can you do a little rap for us right now, Dr. Valek?
Yeah, the rhythm just isn't there, you know.
Okay.
All right. And again, we appreciate you joining us, Dr. Valek. And again, February Heart Month. Be aware of what's going on. Know your numbers, your good cholesterol, your bad cholesterol, your triglycerides. Know your blood pressure. And if it's high, get it controlled and maintain a healthy lifestyle.
That's right.
All right. Dr. Valek, thank you very much.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Dr. Richard Valek, cardiologist with Hannibal Regional Medical Group, and of course, Your Healthy Dose brought to you by Hannibal Regional Healthcare Systems and Hannibal Regional Medical Group. For more information, go online, hrhonline.org.